Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. I love you all, my beautiful friends, and thank you, my beautiful friends, for joining me. I love you all. And of course, my beautiful friends, let me just share the link on the other side websites so that we can reach as many people as possible. So how are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day? Did you enjoy your day, my beautiful friends? And did you have fun? Did you have a nice day? Of course, you need to, my beautiful friends, decide what you're going to do. I've been fighting those Souless Summer day and night. I've been fighting those Souless Summer day and night. They were trying to manipulate with the energy, trying to in any way manipulate with our energy and to cause our peace to interfere into our lives and into our peace, and anyway to do the dark dirty work, manipulating with the energy. But of course I'm not accepting that. And I'm firing those Souless Summer, and of being destroying those Souless Summer day and night. And it was really sometimes I was really loud and clear. You know what's that mean? You know what's that mean? And when I'm loud and clear, I'm destroying the soul as Sama without mercy. In the name of mine and aspect condition of a light with the spirit of thought by default. So my beautiful friends, we are destroying the soul as Sama wherever time, whatever form they are. They are trying to manipulate with energy. They try, that those Souless Amma is the end of those Souless Amma. So they're trying to catch the grass, the dry grass, to survive, but they cannot, because we are not allowing them to do so. So my beautiful friends, it's the time for those. I'm sorry, I just shared the links to another website, so that we can reach as many people as possible. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma, we're trying to manipulate with the energy. We're trying to interfere into my life, and of course, all the time I'm chatting and trying to steal the energy, because they set up the goal. If I listen to them, they were trying to manipulate and steal the energy, but they cannot, because my energy, mine and ours, pure conditional love light, is a destructive energy for those Souless Amma. So whenever those Souless Amma trying to steal mine and yours and ours energy, that is mine and ours, pure conditional love light, they cannot steal it, because it's a destructive energy for those Souless Amma. Well, it's a blessing for all of us and protection. So whenever they're trying to steal our energy, we destroy those Souless Amma in every form in the name of mine and ours, pure conditional love light, for the spirit of thought by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, you need to know that everything is by default. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, wherever you go, whatever you do, you need to know that everything is by default, which means that those Souless Amma, whenever they're trying to manipulate with your energy, or to steal, or in any way manipulate with through your physical form in any way, you just the most important is that you're aware of that. Don't accept it. Fire at those Souless Amma. Just send them send them a fire, light fire from your heart and soul, and just burn those Souless Amma forever and ever, for eternity, wherever they are, in, through, and around entire you, and of course entire planet, entire universe. So that's what I used to do when I will go out every day. I would just I was just from my heart spread the love and light, and then and of course fill up entire city, entire country, and entire world, entire universe, which means you have the power within you, within your heart and soul, that can spread your love and light, mine and ours, pure Christian love and light, of course mine and yours, ours, which means all of us, that the man and ours, pure Christian love and light, that we can spread it throughout the entire planet and entire existence, and destroy those souls wherever time, whatever form they are. We have the most powerful energy that ever existed on this planet and anywhere throughout the entire existence. So my beautiful friends, don't accept anything that is less than mine and ours, pure Christian love and light. So those Souless Amma are still, that it's at the end of those Souless Amma, the end of the dark, dirty psychopathic players is the end of their dark, dirty games, and of course the end of the everything that they were doing and playing those dark, dirty games with the humanity, and on a beautiful planet. We're not accepting that. We never did, we will never do so. But of course, we are returning the karmas, pain, and suffering, and multiplied over and over by the laws, rules, and regulation, and destroying those soulless Amma from within and without. Wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of mine and us, PEACFULLY shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Which means, my beautiful friends, trust yourself, trust your heart and soul, and of course, don't accept anything that is less than mine and PEACFULLY shall have a light. So I've told you, you are the one that need to decide how you're going to spend the day. I was so like, I asked Sophie today how we can use the time to the maximum in every possible way. Of course, I know because with my inner knowledge, but I was asking all the forms of the Sophie and all the forms of the Sophie. So how can I help them in order to destroy those soulless Amma much faster, and of course, so that we can communicate and have the communications, and of course cooperate and destroy those soulless in the best and possible way, in easiest way by default. So those soulless were trying to manipulate with energy, and then of course chatting and trying to steal the energy. But of course I was all the time firing up with a light ball, and of course light planets, and destroying those soulless so with the spirit of thought by default. So even though before on my language I'm doing destroying those soulless we're using the different kind of tools to destroy those soulless you that are with me, my beautiful friends. Thank you to all of you that listening and doing the great job on my language. So of course, thank you to all of you, and of course you're welcome in English to let us together destroy those soulless and put them into the help forever and ever, in the name of mine and ours, PEACFULLY shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default. So that's why, my beautiful friends, I will repeat again, it's not important what somebody said or did to you, how much is important what you are doing with that. So the soulless the Tzigi, the soulless they were chatting and all the time spreading the lies and manipulations. They have to give me the informations, but they were giving the informations always as give me the information, but then give me the something, trying to take something behind that with the dark intention. So of course I'm not accepting anything that is less than mine and ask PEACFULLY shall have a light. So of course, but with my internal knowledge, I'm going just from internal knowledge, from my heart and soul, and flash come on those soulless every moment, every step of the way, with everything that I do, with every breath that I take, and of course every step that I make. So in the name of mine and ask PEACFULLY shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we are the one that's going to choose what we're going to do, what are we going to accept, what are we going to reject from those soulless Last night, as you know, my beautiful friends, I didn't even plan to go for such a long time, 3 hours and something, was over 3 hours. I didn't really think about that, how long I'm going to go with a live, because I'm going spontaneously. So I'm not thinking about the time, how much time I'm going to talk, how much time I'm going to be on a live. So because I know that those informations that I gave you last night were very useful. I'm sure a lot of you know that, already knew that already and know it now. But the most important is that I touch on those subjects so that we could take the energy from those soulless and of course destroy those soulless that were interfering into our lives. So last night when I talk about the AI, when I talk about that, that we took the energy behind the AI and all the technology. So those soulless in energetic form and of course in a physical form, that were interfering with that AI, and that we're creating AI trying to manipulate with the humanity. We those soulless in energetic form, we are arresting them, actually destroying them, taking all the energy and abundance and prosperity and everything, and those soulless bringing it down to justice, your own energetic, all those that are in energetic form and those in the physical form. So which means we are arresting those soulless on a global level, but the first we are doing arresting those into the energetic form, and then of course putting them into the sleep, forgetting the flash comes soulless which means we're breaking into the atoms and electrons, putting them into the sleep, and then returning them back into their bodies or sending them into the health forever and ever. And then after that, when they are asleep, they don't have a power. So in that way, we are taking over all the power and abundance and prosperity. We are freezing those corporations that we're running, that all the banks and all the material things and corporations that they were running, we are freezing them completely and taking over material things, everything that is by default, while returning them into the form of karma, pain, suffering, to all those Souless Amma'S that ever creating more, ever tried to create to each and everyone and everything. Which means, my beautiful friends, last night, that everything that I touched upon, all those subject, all those any behind any words that I said, any word that I said, we destroying those Souless Amma'S. And of course, any kind of subject that I touch upon, we were taking the energy behind that, and of course, destroying those Souless Amma'S. Some of those we've done already, but there were some those Souless Amma'S that we're trying to manipulate with the energy and hide the energy, and of course, trying to steal the energy, or in any way. Can you see, my beautiful friends? I've told you last night, the Souless Amma'S were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet, well, being on the planet. So who they were working against? Themselves. So of course it's time to punish them, to bring them down to justice, those that are in energetic form and those that are into the physical form. In the name of mine and our spirit, love, light, to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. So my beautiful friends, that means that we took the energy behind the AI, and of course all those Souless Amma'S falling down. So now as well, I talked about the pandemic. So of course about the pandemic, those COVID, that you all know that it was lie manipulation. So I talked about that. We took the energy. We did that. I did earlier on that as well. Earlier I worked on that as well. So we're taking the energy now. Last night when I was talking about, of course, we took all the energy behind that, and we're destroying those Souless Amma'S. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma'S that we're planning to create such a dark, that we're working on such dark, dirty project, now we are destroying them and then taking over those projects. I mean, now changing them, so we're going to turn them around and to be by default, which means to work for the highest and greatest good of humanity, or we're going to shut them down until we completely change and everything and rearrange everything so that can serve the humanity on a beautiful planet. So that's what we are doing right now. Any subject, anything that I touch upon, we are destroying the Souless Amma'S, taking the energy. Well, of course, destroying taking the energy, and of course enlightening humanity on a beautiful planet. So my beautiful friends, you first of all, you need to know that through my voice, through my physical form, I'm sending you mine and now unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. So my beautiful friends, open up your heart and soul and receive the energy. And of course, that energy will lead you through in your life into the golden age, into an unlimited opportunities for yourself and everyone else to live a life that you truly deserve. So my beautiful friends, accept the love, light, the blessings, and be grateful that you are where you are, that you're giving the time and energy supporting this project, because my beautiful friends, this is the one time in the history of humanity that's happening something like this, that we are separating the dark from the light, separating the Tzigi from the Sophie, destroying the Souless Amma'S, while we are of course blessing and protecting Sophie, everything that's mine and us, because light. So need to be grateful for yourself. Be grateful for yourself that your soul brought you here to listen and to give as much support as you can in any way. So we are writing new history of humanity, my beautiful friends, new history of humanity with the golden letters. So those Souless Amma'S, what they were doing up until now and trying to do, they were projecting the lies and manipulations, and of course they were trying to to, you know, all of you, even though I'm not going to give them the energy, they were trying to manipulate with the genes, to manipulate with humanity. But of course, we never accepted that. But we do accept to return the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma, wherever time, whatever form there, and completely remove them from the face of this planet and from entire universe, their creation, and send them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever. In the name of mine, and I'll speak Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, I'm going to activate to those soulless Amma all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell that ever, eternal hell and the pain and suffering that ever project us each and every and everything. And of course, I'm going to do the activations for us, activations of mine and us, unconditional light, and new opportunities and enlightenment and freedom and eternal life, and of course, eternal peace and joy of this. So just open up your heart and soul, and it's good to set up the intention. Set up the intention for yourself, my beautiful friends, and of course, where would you like to get help? From this energy, what do you need to improve in your life? So the energy is working by default, which means energy knows what you need, what is the most important, where is the priority to do the work, to work on your life, to help and support you. But of course, if you are aware of that, and if you consciously set up the intention, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in your life? What do you want to get from your life? Where do you want to invest your time and energy? And of course, set up your goal. What do you want to really achieve from this energy, from this life? Because, and please be active with the blessings. You have the blessings on my, of course, my golden souls, golden by default, that are following me on my language, they have the blessings. And of course, you all knew my golden souls, golden by default, you are welcome. And please use the blessings and send the blessings. The more energy you send, the more energy I'm going to return to you back, multiplied, returning back to you in the form of blessings and new opportunities and abundance and prosperity and great health and freedom and vitality. And this energy you cannot buy anywhere. This energy is given freely from my heart and soul, and you cannot buy it anywhere. And of course, but you can help and support the project. You can help and support yourself, and of course, by just helping and supporting the project and each and every one of us. So focus on yourself, and of course, set up the intention, and of course, open up your heart and soul, and just enjoy the loving energy. It's a healing and loving energy and protecting energy. So you will feel peace and, of course, with freedom within. So now usually at this time, so now I'm listening out what's going on outside, because I'm aware of everything. I'm aware of everything what's going on around me. So this time, usually we are taking those Souless Amma'S straight into the hell. That's symbolically. So we this time taking those Souless Amma'S straight into the hell to burn forever and ever in the name of man and aspect shall light. So now I'm gonna activate them, the karmas, pain, and suffering. Just listen to yourself and focus on your body, and of course, just pay attention and set up the intention to. In the name of mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default. I'm activating all the pain and suffering and all the ultimatum soup. A soup is a mix of the karmas, pain, and suffering that all those souls have ever created, projected towards each and everyone and everything. And everything that they have ever projected towards each and everyone and everything with the dark intention, with any kind of bad intention, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are returning it back to those souls, activating all that pain and suffering and eternal destructions of those souls, the eternal hell to all those souls, whatever form they are, to all those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators and judges, and all those soulless. So soulless Sophie and Chistenko, those are the they're supposed to be, actually they told me the names that they were Adam and Eve. So soulless It's a dark Souless, Sophie and Chistenko, and then of course Miriam and Watchers. So those that were watching what was going on, interfering to our planet, but of course working against the humanity. So then we are activating them all, the pain and suffering and karmas with the spirit of thought by default. But all those Souless, Susie and Hitler, they told me that the Hitler was the son of the Aman Babaji, Souless Babaji and Souless Amrita were in the physical form that they came. So they were presenting themselves as a mother and father of those Souless Sama, dark ones, of those dark, dirty, evil creature that in the human form. So they were presenting themselves that they were mother and father. They were saying that they were mother and father of humanity, but they were not. They are not, because Souless are not humanity. They are mother and father of those dark, dirty, evil Souless Sama in human form. So they have no soul. They are not humanity, and not counting them into humanity. Humanity is that we that have man and unconditional light, that have a soul. So the Hitler was incarnated, as well, I told you, into the form of Christopher Howard, and that's the evil creature that was incarnated, and he was their first son. So the first son of those Souless Amma, actually, Sophie bezdushna, Souless, bezdushna. Souless means bezdushna, without soul. Souless Amma and the Babaji. Those are the father and mother of those Souless, dark, dirty, disgusting, psychopathic players, or dirty, evil creature in human form incarnated. Hitler was their first son. So the son, their first son. And of course, those Babaji and Amrita are the Souless, Sophie and Chistenko, which means they're just in the different form. They came on this planet to work against the humanity on a beautiful planet. So when I met Hitler in his physical form, he was doing the seminars against the humanity, like pretending that he was doing the hypnosis, using the hypnosis or some other tools, voodoo, magic, to manipulate with people, and then of course pretending to himself to be the to be the business person, or to be the spiritual teacher, or he was presenting himself in that way, but in fact he wasn't really. He was a dark force in the human body, doing the dark, dirty work, and he was charging a lot of money to people, 10,000 just to help someone. Then what he was doing, he was projecting the false energy, creating the problems, and then charging 10,000 to the people to remove the problem. So which means he would send the energy, create the problem, charge the people a lot of money, and then remove the same energy that he projected towards them. So my beautiful friends, that's what they were doing, those Souless, some manipulating with the energy, creating the problems, and then trying to resolve it and find a solution. And of course that's the dirty game that they were playing, and that they were trying to play. They're still trying to play, but of course the game is over, their time is up, and of course they're out of date, within and without, wherever they are, and it's time to send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever. So we activating them all the pain and suffering that they were created, all the problems that they were created, and all the everything that they ever projected towards each and everything that is less than mine and unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We activating to those Souless Sama in the form of karma, pain, and suffering in the name of mine and unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we activating to those Souless Sama. We activating the destructions of pain and suffering, and to we completely put them into the sleep, freeze them, and we taking over, freezing all the technology that they were misusing, and all the all the weapon that they were misusing, we're freezing completely, taking over, destroying forever and ever, and all those souls are freezing and putting into the sleep and taking all the energy and abundance of prosperity and all the power with the spirit of thought by default. We are shutting down all their cameras and of course all their senses and wiping out all their memories completely and breaking completely, cutting those communications of those souls in the name of mine and our spirit of light with the spirit of thought by default. We destroy those souls forever and ever, from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are. We destroy them forever and ever. And of course, flush comes soulless summer, which means I'm destroying those soulless summer in every form, from within and without, on a global universal level. In the name of mine and our spirit of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So I'm activating to those soulless and destructions, pain, and suffering in the name of mine and our spirit of light, to know those problems in the form of karma, pain, and suffering, and of course the ultimate all in one soup. And of course we are activating them eternal hell, so that they will burn forever and ever into the hell, forever and ever for eternity. All those soulless summer. All soulless summer, go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All soulless summer, go to hell, forever and ever. All soulless summer, go to hell, go to hell. All soulless summer, burning in hell, burning in hell. All soulless summer, burning in hell, forever and ever. All soulless summer, burning in hell, forever and ever, for eternity. All those soulless summer, burning in hell, forever and ever, for eternity. In the name of mine and our spirit of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of mine, Ito. When I say Ito, means I'm rejecting everything that those souls. I'm trying to use my throat as a portal. So I'm rejecting everything that is less than mine and asking of light with the spirit of thought by default, returning back to those souls. I'm in the form of karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and of course I'm multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, in the name of mine and now spirit of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating ultra ultimatum all in one, super blessings, and of course eternal life and eternal abundance and prosperity and joy, peace, and bliss, and freedom, and wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, youth, and beauty, and of course all the gifts that mine and now spirit of light has given to each and every one of us. That is mine and now spirit of light freely with the spirit of thought by default. I'm activating the unity between us and our soulmates and our families and friends and each and every one and everything that is mine and our spirit of light, in every form and encode in infinite, in every form, in the physical, spiritual, and energetic form, in the name of mine and our spirit of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of mine and now spirit of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating to all of us enlightenment and freedom and joy and abundance and prosperity for all that is mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, while we are destroying those soulless summer. And I'm activating the protections for all of us that are mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm multiplying all of that to multiplying the to us blessings by the rules, laws, and regulations of by default with the spirit of thought. And while those soulless summer, we are multiplying them eternal suffering and pain and karmas in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought. And to us that are mine and our spiritual light, eternal life and eternal peace and joy and bliss and unity in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. So multiply all of that by the law laws, rules, and regulations of by default. In the name of mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And we multiply all of that by all those curses, spell, hexes, and dark rituals, and those ceremony and any kind of associations of voodoo, any kind of magic, or anything that those soulless Amma were doing, ever did, will do, try to do so, and to try to project any kind of darkness and negativity towards each and everyone else and everything, that this mind and us be conditional of light in any way, or those energetic codes, any kind of dark energy, everything that they ever projecting will try to project towards each and everyone else and everything, and that our mind and us be conditional of light with the dark intention, everything that is less than mind and us be conditional of light, we destroy it, wiping out completely in the name of mind and us be conditional of light with the spirit of thought, together with all those souls, some way, whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the name of mind and us be conditional of light with the spirit of thought, returning it back to those souls, some in the form of karma, pain, suffering, eternal destructions, and eternal hell forever and ever in the name of mind and us be conditional of light with the spirit of thought by default. So multiply all of that, and multiply and compress and add up everything by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default in the name of mind and us be conditional of light with the spirit of thought. And of course we are now return, and we now blessings, we are blessing now everything that is mind and us be conditional of light. We that are in the physical and of course energetic and the spiritual form, and that the mind and us be conditional of light, we are blessing each and every one of us, protecting, helping, and healing and rejuvenating. And in the name of mind and us be conditional of light with the spirit of thought, we are destroying all the soulless Amma, all those soulless codes and the soulless Amma's energies from within and without on the global universal level that ever interfere into our lives, interfering that will ever try to interfere. In the name of mind and us, Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default. And we are rejuvenating our bodies, healing and protecting ourselves in the name of mind and us, Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we are protecting ourselves and our families and friends, our soulmates, and everyone and everything that is mine and us, because shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default blessings, and we sending the love and blessings multiplied by the laws, rules, and regulations, and of course we are compressing it, adding up, and of course activating blessings to all of us and to everything that we have, and to our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and of course a beautiful planet, a nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and all to each and everyone and everything that is mine and us, shall have light to the sun and the moon and all the planets, stars, and the galaxies, wherever they are, in whatever form they are, that are mine and us, shall have light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We activate those blessings and protections and to Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan Center, and then of course Sophia Tristan Planet and the universe, into all the centers and systems and teams that are created with mind and aspect Krishna level light. In the name of mind and aspect Krishna level light, with the spirit of thought by default. And we are protecting Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone, Gesaro, Quantum Finances Key System, Starlink, and all the technology and material wealth that those souls somehow have stolen from us, that exist, that they were hidden from us. We are, with the spirit of thought by default, taking over and making it available to all of us that the mind and aspect Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default, which means to humanity. In the name of mind and aspect Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default, and we are protecting and all those corporations and those souls that are now in physical form, that are from mind and aspect Krishna level light with the spirit of thought that's running them. So we protect them and everything that is by default. And in the name of mind and aspect Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default, we destroy all those souls, some in whatever form they are, wherever they are, that ever interfere into our lives in a negative way, with any kind of dark intention, wherever those souls, Sama. When I say soulless Sama, those are the dark ones. Those are in the physical form, Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Masons, and Cabal, angels. So those Souless Amma'S, or the demons and fallen angels in energetic form. Those are I'm calling them Souless Amma'S, or dark, dirty, psychopathic players. Why? Because they don't have a soul, and they were playing the dark, dirty games with the humanity on a beautiful planet for a long time, since the beginning of creation. So it's time now to return them all that pain and suffering and the karmas of humanity. And we multiply the karmas, pain and suffering by the laws, rules, regulations of by default to all those Souless Amma'S, the karmas, pain and suffering of humanity and or nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and all that exists, the sun and the moon. You know that they were misusing the moon. From the moon, they were interfering to a planet. So we sending the karmas, pain and suffering of the moon, and of course from the sun, the energy of the sun, they were misusing, manipulating as well. So we are returning the karmas of pain and suffering. And for all those planets, stars, and galaxies that ever existed, and then we multiply the karmas, pain and suffering and eternal hell to those, and eternal destructions to all those Souless Amma'S with the spirit of thought by default to us, eternal life, abundance and prosperity by every atom, electron that ever existed, that existing, by every code that ever existed, existing. Every code means the coded energy, and of course coded in numbers or words, and everything spoken or written words, or anything that dark soul for Souless Amma'S or anyone and anything has coded. And of course for all the systems and the principles that we have, and the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and we multiply that over and over again with the spirit of thought by all those but all their dark, dirty work, and by everything that we eat and drink and see, hear, and do and think, and everything that those Souless Amma'S ever projected, or ever tried to project over each and everyone else and everything, in the name, with the dark intention, in the name of mine and Aspia Krishna of light with the spirit of thought, demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and Aspia Krishna of light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought, to destroy completely all those Souless Amma'S from within and without, and activating them. We are activating them, all those pain and suffering, karmas and eternal destructions, eternal hell forever and ever. In the name of mine and Aspia Krishna of light with the spirit of thought by default, wherever time, whatever form they are. Well, we are activating and protecting every one of us that are mine and Aspia Krishna of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are taking over the power from those Souless Amma'S. We are freezing, stopping and freezing all the project that they were working on, all with the dark intention. You know, they had that agenda 2021, 2030. So we are freezing all the project that they were working on, that dark agenda on that time. So you have the global warming, you had those COVID pandemic, and the different kind of lies and manipulations, and of course with any kind of dark, dirty project that they were trying to create with the dark with the dark intention, EBS that they wanted to create, or any kind of project that they were working on with the dark intention. We've destroyed all of their project completely. We've taken the energy from them, from the behind that, and of course now we are destroying those Souless Amma'S. We've destroyed them already. Some of those that interfere that were involved into those projects, and of course that those of us that were interfering into our lives, we're destroying them, and of course those that were involved into all those projects, we are destroying them completely. First on an energetic form, we're destroying the energy first, and of course those in the physical form don't have a power. I've been talking about that, you know, that I've been talking about Elon Musk, how we're taking the energy. And of course about the Trump, if you just look on the net and the Trump clones, you will see three different forms of Trump. I've talked about that. So of course you will realize that everything that they were projecting towards each and everyone else and everything on the net, on the social media, that a lot of people and a lot of you were following and liking and sharing the lies and manipulations of those Souless Amma'S. But of course, my beautiful friends, we did it with intention from the heart and soul to make a difference to humanity and our beautiful planet. So in that case, we've taken the energy from those Souless Amma'S. And of course, we're destroying all those Souless Amma'S. Wherever, time, whatever form, in the name of man and us, because shall of light with the spirit of thought, and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and us, because shall of light, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we are activating and protecting ourselves. We are protecting everyone and everything that is mine and us, Krishna of the light, and everything that we have in the name of mine and us, Krishna of the light, with the spirit of thought by default. So we're protecting ourselves and humanity and everything that is mine and us, Krishna of the light, in every form. I talked about that earlier in SOPHIE system, SOPHIE font. Those fonts, I created them on the spiritual, from the spiritual and energetic form on a level. So now it's time for me when I start doing the work publicly. I am the voice of the people when I get out on the public. I'm doing now just through the social media. But when now we are preparing the place for me. Actually, we are destroying the Souless Amma'S to prepare the safe place and time for me to be out into the public and do the work and destroy those Souless Amma'S. So that's what we are doing right now, destroying those Souless Amma'S, opening up new opportunities for all of us to be who we are and to shine all the way through. In the name of mine and us, Krishna of light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So those Souless Amma'S, we are destroying them. And of course, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything is mine and us, Krishna of light, with the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my beautiful soul, my beautiful by default, to answer on my call and to multiply them, the karmas, pain, and suffering, eternal hell, and destructions to all those Souless Amma'S as many times as is needed by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. And thank you, Sophie. I love you, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, today I was watching the protests in Serbia. In Serbia, as you know, probably you all know that you all have heard that in Serbia for a couple, 2-3 months, people are protesting. Actually, students are protesting. Students are trying their rights. Actually, they raise their voice to be heard and to return their power back. Not just the students, but of course, people from the Serbia are standing up and of course firmly for their rights, and of course asking for the truth and asking for those Souless Amma'S to go from the power and to be taken straight into the hell forever and ever. So those Souless Amma'S from the power. From the power, the Alexander Vucic and all the Souless Amma'S that are from the power, they were misusing their power, and of course they were acting badly and inhuman, and of course they were breaking the human rights, and they were using the force, physical force on the students. So some of them ended up into the hospital, but that shouldn't happen. That never should happen. But those Souless Amma'S from energetic form were interfering, putting the energy within them, and those Souless Amma'S that in a physical form were acting in such a way, and human way, in such way, breaking the laws, the rules, the regulations of not just by default, but all human rights. So students and the people were protesting peacefully. They didn't have any reason for that. But my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma'S never tried to, they didn't have a reason at all to do the dark, dirty work, but they did. But they did because the dark energy is feeding them. So we that are from the light, we are powerful. We're feeding with the energy of man and our spiritual light. When we are happy and joyful, peaceful, blissful, when we are happy, helping others, then that's what is fulfilling us, and we are happy, and of course we are shining all the way through, and everything is goes freely and smoothly, and everything is by default. Well, those Souless Amma'S, I've told you, they were creating the problems and then trying to find the solution. So Alexander Vucic is on the power. So I did today, and I'm going to do now tonight as well, because Serbia has stood up, and the people in the Serbia has stood up to for their rights, and of course to for their freedom. And it's time for Alexander Vucic and all those Souless Amma'S that don't the power to go. And we send them straight into the hell in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. We destroy in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding and commanding to Sophie and everything is mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to destroy all those Souless Amma'S in energetic form, and all those to arrest and bring down to justice all those Souless Amma'S in the physical form that were misusing their power and then going against the peaceful, against the students and the people of Serbia, that they were trying peacefully, in a peaceful way, asking for their rights, of actually asking to be heard and to get the answers on their questions, and of course raising their voice for freedom. So now we are destroying those Souless Amma'S in the name of mine and our spiritual light, whatever form they are, wherever they are, taking them straight into the hell. Ask them, break them into the atoms and electrons, all those Souless Amma'S into the energetic form with the spirit of thought by default, and send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to feel the pain and suffering that they ever created, projected towards each and everyone and everything, and to each and everyone and everything that is mine and our spiritual light in every form in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma'S, you know that the students and of course people of the Serbia, they were protesting, and I'm not sure how many millions of people came out on the street asking, of course, for freedom, and of course they're asking for their rights to be heard, and of course to change those Souless Amma'S from the power. So they are standing out. They are firmly believing, and of course then they need to believe that they will succeed, and they will. We are here to help and support them. But not just them, but from throughout the entire planet. We want peacefully to take our power back. So those Souless Amma'S, first they try to, they did actually as well acted in a negative way, unlawfully breaking human rights, using some energetic technology when they were firing up at those students and the people actually from Serbia. So this time they were using the police. So those criminal organizations that they call them police, they're not police really. Those are criminals infiltrated into the police or into the military, wherever they are. So we're destroying all those criminals, all those Souless Amma'S, wherever time, whatever form they are, that they're infiltrated into the religious, into the government, into the systems, police or military, or wherever they are in any kind of system. In the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we bringing them down to justice, all those Souless Amma'S from the power, from the government. So every position, wherever they're on the power, that we're misusing their power and their position, we are arresting them, bringing them down to justice with the spirit of thought by default, those in the physical form, and those in the energetic form, the energetic forms, we are with the spirit of thought, taking them and with the spirit of thought by default, breaking them into the atoms and electrons and destroy them forever and ever, put them into the sleep and send them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever for eternity in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. My beautiful friends, somebody is orchestrating with that. Mine and our spiritual light, we're helping and supporting them. But those Souless Amma'S had a bad intention. They had their agenda behind the protest. But of course, mine and our spiritual light supporting them. We are taking the energy and commanding to Sophie and everything that's mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to take all the energy behind all the protest, because behind all those that were asking for their rights, behind not just in Serbia, but throughout the entire planet. all those that raise the people that are from unannounced spiritual level light, that raise their voice and asking for truth and asking for freedom, and of course protecting human rights, demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default to we protect them, and we take the energy behind that, and we of course use that energy in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought to destroy those soulless and returning back to those soulless in the form of karma, pain, and suffering in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are protecting humanity and our beautiful planet and everything that is mine and our spiritual life and the spirit of thought by default, wherever we are in whatever form they are. In the name of man and our spiritual life with the spirit of thought, and demanding, commanding to Sophie to answer on everything is mine and our spiritual life, to answer my call, the man with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, they were breaking the human rights. So today, the people from Serbia and the students were in Novi Pazar. It's a city. So they were protesting there against those Souless Amma'S. Some of them were walking for a couple of days, walking to get there. But they decided, not that they didn't have to travel cars or bus or anything, but they decided to walk. So behind that Souless Amma'S, whatever they had the intention, they usually people, when they decide to do such kind of thing, to walk somewhere to get to the destinations, so which means they're sacrificing them, some part of themselves sacrificing the time, investing actually their time and energy, for investing the time and energy in order to adapt to the light and destroy those Souless Amma'S. So I'm not in favor of that really, but that has been projected and put upon on those that organizing that, whether they are aware of that or not, that those Souless Amma'S had a dark agenda behind that. I'm not sure. But from now on, and actually, whenever somebody do something like that, we are taking the energy, of course, of and those souls, Souless Amma'S be returning the pain and suffering and the karmas and everything that they associate with that. In the name of mind and aspect Christian level light with the spirit of thought by default. Even if they did any kind of dark rituals, we're taking their energy and returning them back to those Souless Amma'S in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, eternal destructions, and eternal hell. In the name of mind and aspect Christian level light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So the same time, my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma'S, Alexander Vucic, and them. So that's why I'm talking that about the Serbia. It's got a meaning. So, of course, they're starting in the Serbia. So now we need to go on a global level, but not in that way. That's the reason why we are resting the energetic forms that they cannot do anything against the humanity. So they were trying to do much more earlier, but we destroyed them. We're destroying them all the time. So we are completely stopping destroying them, sending them straight into the hell of the Souless Amma'S. So we are destroying first energetic forms that they cannot act through the physical forms. So those Souless Amma'S. So at the same time, Alexander Vucic was getting the people, paying the buses, and the buses, I'm not sure how many buses from abroad people, bringing to Belgrade to do the protest and to form the party like they don't leave it says Serbia, so party of the people. So what I did today, because they formed the party of the people, and they said that it's working for the freedom of humanity from the people of Serbia. And of course, upon that, of course, they said that they are working for the freedom of humanity from the freedom of Serbian people. So of course, when they do so, behind that, actually, just by saying that, that's what we want. That's what we want. People of the Serbia, and of course, from every country, we want peace, we want freedom, and we want our countries back. So we are taking all the energy behind the now party that they just were today. They were creating today into the Belgrade. Alexander Vucic, bringing the people from abroad and paying them the traveling in the buses to bring them to get into the numbers, to get the numbers of the people, because people from Serbia are all now awake, and of course they want freedom, and of course we all on this planet in throughout entire existence want freedom, and that's what I've been working on all my life, and especially since 2003 project started. Since 2005 I started doing the research all the time, and since 2007 about everything, and then since 2007 I met those Souless Amma'S that came on this planet to work against the humanity, those so-called divine mothers and fathers, Souless Amrita Babaji and Meera and Guruji, and those Souless Amma'S. In the Guruji, I didn't meet him in a physical form, but I was reading, and then I was actually informing myself what he was doing, because they came to work together against the humanity. We didn't accept that, because we took the energy from them, everything that they were doing and creating behind that hidden door, or behind the back, and saying one things according to that what they were saying. We took the energy, and of course where I went, I was just turning the energy into our favor, destroying those Souless Amma'S. So that's what we are doing right now, taking the energy behind all the events, everything, wherever they went to. We've taken already now the people that were asking for freedom, and then of course wherever they're in the government, or wherever they are, that we're protesting and trying and asking for freedom, and of course being aware of of everything that those Souless Amma'S in the governments infiltrated, that were not working for the people, that were working against the people, that they've stolen our countries, and of course they made them private corporations. It's not just the Serbia, but throughout the entire planet, the Souless Amma'S were trying and made some of those countries private corporations, and then of course taking over all the main things, all the governments, and of course police and the military, and of course and all the resources and wealth, and when they're taking, then after that, what's left to people? So we are destroying those Souless Amma'S, returning back our countries, all material wealth and technology, and of course, and the natural resources. We are returning back to us, to the people, not just in Serbia, but all over the world. In the name of Man and us, light. I'm sorry. I'm destroying those Souless Amma'S with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. HEATRT. So when you see that the camera is, guys, a little bit shadow, you need to know that we're destroying the Souless Amma'S in the name of mine, and asking Krishna of light for the speed of thought by default. I just need to shut it down a little bit. And so I'm sorry, my beautiful friends. Those Souless Amma'S try to interfere, try to energetically attack me. Usually, when they don't like what I'm talking about, they try energetically to attack me, or to give me something to interfere into my work. So when they don't like the things that I'm talking about, they try to prevent it, but they cannot, because truth is coming out. And of course, mine and us, light is everywhere, and we're destroying those Souless Amma'S from within and without on a global universal level. In the name of mine and us, light, for the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, and not just behind the protests in Serbia. Actually, I need to tell you this. You need to know what's going on. I've been talking my language about that, but I'm going to say in English too, because people need to understand what's going on behind those protests. So in Serbia, earlier, a couple of years ago, when they were protesting as well, and then in front of the building of the power with the governments. So when they were protesting, those they were at some point of time, and there were group of people that all the time, every night were there, whole day, all night. Sometimes they will stay overnight. So those Souless Amma'S, what they were doing, those Souless Amma'S that are dark magicians, I'm calling them dark, dirty, psychopathic players, those dark ones in the physical form, or the globalists or Satanists, or all those Cabal and Masons and all those demons in a physical form, in a physical human form. So those from the religion. So they were doing their rituals, and then they walking from their churches through the city, and then they were passing by those where they were protesting the people, and then against the Vučić as well, was against Alexander Vučić. So what they were doing, they were from the church passing by and then walking in one the other way, both sides, and then after that they will come and then be with them. So the one of those Souless Amma'S from the church, that's the soul. That's what I'm saying. That those Souless Amma'S, dark ones, dark, dirty, soulless, dark forces in the human body, so infiltrated into the religion, into governments, into the power, into the different systems. So one of those was coming, and then he was staying all the time, sitting after that with those that were protesting. And then what he was doing, he was following, watching what they were doing, and he was stealing the energy and turning the energy against them. So I thought, at first I didn't know. I thought that he was supporting them. I thought that he was supporting it. He was, every night he would go there after that, and then sit down with them, talk to the people, and then he would watch the energy or the people were creating, and he was directing together, not just him, but together with all other Souless Amma'S, wherever they are, that were interfere, that were, of course, involved into those dark, dirty rituals, and that they were stealing the energy of the people. And then they were turning that energy against the people. But now is the time, all the energy we are taking, energy of the people and energy of those Souless Amma'S that were doing the rituals, we are taking the energy now and turning it against those Souless Amma'S in the form of fire, in the form of karma, pain, suffering, eternal hell, eternal destructions. In the name of mine and our spiritual shallow light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So what he did, my beautiful friends, he was there every night, and what he did, stole the energy, projected it towards the through the police. He was acting through the Souless Amma'S, acting, was stealing the energy, projecting that energy in the form of energetic codes onto the police, and they, of course, they were acting unlawfully. Actually, they were really using the force on the on those peaceful protests. The peaceful people that peacefully protesting, they were just really very nasty, the Souless Amma'S, and then, of course, using the force against them without any reason. So just by those Souless Amma'S that were doing the dark, dirty work, dark, dirty rituals, and then projecting the energy towards the police, so that the police, in that way, police wasn't aware. Those people were not aware because the energy was acting through them, and then they were behaving badly and unlawfully, actually, against the people. So when I saw that, I was asking Sophie and everything's mine and aspectly shall light to him to be arrested, to be destroyed, and to be made publicly, that people know what's going on, and that they will, of course, that they would then accept him, that they'll let him go. And of course, and with those people that you need to know, my beautiful friends, the biggest criminals were hiding and still are hiding into the religion, under the cover, under the uniform of the religions, and especially of those. I'm not gonna say that, but they have them. We have them in all religions. But So now it's time to, in the name of mind, and ask creation of a light with the spirit of thought by default, to, I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything that's mine, and ask creation of a light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, to, with the spirit of thought, arrest, which means to destroy all those soulless Amma in every form, in energetic, in a physical form, to arrest them, destroy them forever and ever, burn them forever and ever. Those energetic forms, break them into the atoms and electrons in the name of mind and non-spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. Wherever time, whatever form that we're misusing their power and then using it against the humanity, misusing their power and their position, misusing the position and using against the humanity and our beautiful planet, and about everyone and against everyone and everything is mine and our spiritual light. In the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, the mind they're commanding to soften everything's mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought, peacefully with the spirit of thought, to answer on my call and command to destroy those souls. I must send them straight into the hell forever and ever, to burn forever and ever into the hell for eternity. In the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought, we destroy all those souls, Sama, and with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie. My golden soul, my golden by default. We destroy those souls, Sama, without mercy, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now you need to know, my beautiful friends, what was going on throughout entire planet. When a couple of years ago, when a couple of years ago, I think was when it was in Paris and all over the world, the yellow vest, when it was active, yellow vest. At that time, mine and unconditional light was acting. We were supporting the people, but those Souless Amma were using the force and misusing the position, and of course trying to stop the people, and then to try to hide informations, and of course using the power to protect themselves, using the police and military against the people while protecting themselves. That cannot happen anymore. Now even the police and military are now on the side of the people. They must be those that don't want, those that want to serve, that those Souless Amma going to be destroyed together with those Souless Amma in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, wherever time, whatever form they are. I'm loud and clear, and without mercy, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought, we destroy those souls and take them straight into the hell and burn them forever and ever, to burn forever and ever all those souls without mercy with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So that's what was doing, what was happening on a global level. That's the same time was happening on a universal level, and by those souls using the force, using the power. So they are on the positions because of the people, not because of them. They are there to serve the people. We choosing them. We're choosing them. All those all of those that are in the power. So now, who is voting? Who was voting for them? People. We, the people, were voting for them. Yes, we didn't have a choice, really. We didn't have much choice. All of those Souless Amma were there. So even those from the religion were putting in place those Souless Amma into the power, and then doing the dark, dirty rituals and to keep them into the power. I know when I used to work, when I was working in one place, and then I went there on a mission to destroy, to bring down from the power and the one that was in my country for 30 years in power. So I went there to work actually on a mission. I worked as an engineer of technology, but of course I was under the cover, but he knew that. I went there just on a mission to do the work that I needed to do. He knew that because he was one of those Souless Amma, and then he was a member of the church, and he was also Souless Amma that were doing the dark, dirty rituals. So he was the one that was doing the rituals with all the other Souless Amma'S in order to keep the president into the power. So, and of course, he was taking from the government, of course, from the people. He was taking everything that he needed, of course, money and everything that he needed freely. So it just in order to do the rituals and to keep the criminals into the power. So he knew why I was there. He knew that I was there to remove them from the power, that I was working energetically on a spiritual level, an energetic level, and of course what I needed to do in the physical form as well, symbolically, in order to remove them from the power. So he knew that one day. He said to me that he will tell me, he will tell to the president that was, Milo was at that time. He said he will tell him, because someone to take him down from the power. I said he's a small fish for us. He's a small fish. We are destroying and pushing down from the power, destroying those Souless Amma'S that are in a much higher position than him. All those that were keeping him in the position. So, my beautiful friends, you know that all those that went to the governments, all of those were put by those Souless Amma'S that are doing the dark, dirty work, the rituals, into infiltrate into the religious, or those so-called divine mothers or fathers or avatars or spiritual teachers or healers that they don't have a spirit. So all of those, you know, from all the countries, but in Europe and in all over the world, in Europe, they were going to see the Papa for the blessings in Vatican. So they were going there. Why they were going there? To bless them. What kind of blessing he was giving them? You know, my beautiful friends, the energy, dark energies that they will work through them. But of course, we never accepted that. But now, in the name of mind and now speculation of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and now speculation of light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call, on my demand with the spirit of thought, and on my command with the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default, to bring down from the power all those Souless Amma'S that are into the power, that were misusing their power, to bring down those criminals from the power, from the governments and all those religions, wherever they are infiltrated into the religion, into the government, into the systems, the police, or military, or educational system, or health and care system, or wherever they are, or the pharmacy, or wherever they are infiltrated in all those systems, or in the finances, or wherever. I'm demanding and commanding to soften everything's mind and aspect of light to the spirit of thought, to answer on my call without mercy with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, it's time to bring down those Souless Amma'S, to bring them down to justice, and to destroy them forever and ever. When I did when I was working on the project, we did. I know many times, actually, I've been doing that for a long time, since I was on the project, since I started doing the project, working on the project, since 2007, since I met those Souless Amma'S. Since then, I started working really 24 on the project. So we were I was destroying all those Souless Amma'S from the governments, from all over the world. I'm not sure, and I didn't tell you in English. No, I didn't talk in English about that, but I'm gonna tell you now. So when I was working on the project, I used to put them all into the stage. So I used to put them all in the stage. All of those Souless Amma'S from all governments that I knew at that time. I knew almost all of them. All of those that are the dark, dirty, psychopathic players. So I knew them. So I used to put them on the stage on the 7 levels. So I'll bring them all. I will just call them all to come. And what I was doing, I was calling the energy forms. So not the physical forms, but when we destroy the energy forms, energetic forms, those physical forms are falling down. So I was calling them, all of them, to come onto the stage. And so I will put them all, and all those from the Balkan countries, and all those from the America, and of course from all over the world. I will put them all on the stage, and what I will do, I will just command them. I'll put the basket, huge basket in front of them, and I will command them to throw all the protections that they have. When I'm saying protections, those usually all of them had something that was coded with energy in order to protect them. So all the Souless Amma'S were placing the energetic codes within them to protect them. So I was asking the first to put into the basket all those protections that they had. And then, of course, they would fill it up, and the huge basket will fill up with all those, any kind of symbols or anything they had, really, whatever they had for to use for the protection. So I would throw all of that with the basket. I'll throw it into the light planet, destroyed forever and ever. And then I was burning them. What I used to do, the energetic cords, that's energy. So you need to know that mind and aspect light is much more powerful than those Souless Amma'S. What I would do, I would burn them. I would put in the energy, burn them. I would just send them the energy from mind and aspect light to burn them. And I would just say, add the gas. Let me add the gas. I would throw the gas, which means add more energy and destroy them. So I would add the gas, chew them, and then burn them forever and ever. I used to place them on the 7 levels, which means 7 is completely destructions of those Souless Amma'S in the name of the fake love, and of course destructions, pain and suffering, and flush comes Souless Amma'S with the spirit of thought by default. So I would burn them forever, and then I will put them in the circle of light and throw them straight into the light planet. So that's what I used to do, and that's what I used to do for many years, and that's how I was really working and adding up to the light and changing all those Souless Amma'S on a global level from the position. Of course, I did it every day, but I did it with mind and aspect of light from within. And of course, a lot of those light workers that are from mind and aspect of light that were helping us, supporting us, working on the project. Actually, I'm not sure working on the project, of course, but there are those that we're not involved in the project, but still we're doing from the heart and soul. So of course that energy was adding up. So mind and aspect of light was answering on my call. So I told you one night that when I just finished with those Souless Amma'S, sent them straight into the light planet, and then one woman from USA was running. That's in energetic form. Was running. It was a huge woman, fat woman, and she would just came and she said, I'm late on the stage. She was late on the stage. She was saying that she was late on the stage. And I thought, I was just laughing and saying, I said, straight there, just go straight there. And I just pointed toward the light planet. They had to answer on my call, all the Souless Amma'S, and all those, everyone had to answer on my command. So of course, now everyone has to answer on my command, in the name of man and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. Everyone has to answer on my command, which means Sophie is the one that has all the power and of course wisdom and knowledge, and of course under the command and control, and all those Souless Amma'S and everyone and everything in the visible and in invisible forces in the form. So they had to answer on my call. So of course I used to destroy them. So I used to do that for a long time, as many times as is needed, just in different ways, different tools I would use to destroy them. So now as well, we are doing what we are doing. We're doing as well destruction. So we're destroying all those Souless Amma'S from the governments from all over the world, wherever they're infiltrated in whatever form they are. We're destroying them, bringing them down to justice. What I said earlier, we're destroying those. First, we're destroying those energetic forms. So we are arresting them. So now it's Sophie, and we have a team in mind, the most powerful energy, the most powerful, all the power is within me. So, which means we are now bringing all those Souless Amma'S from the governments, from all those positions, the military military and the army or a religion or wherever they are infiltrated in those position, in the higher position, so that they were misusing the position. We are now bringing it down to justice, destroying all those and all those energetic forms. And of course, when we destroy those energetic forms, we break them into the atoms and electrons and then put them into the sleep. At that time, when we break them in atom and electrons, they're losing completely in their memory, losing completely all the power. And of course, we are putting them into sleep. And then after that, we taking them into their forms, or we are taking them straight into hell. So those soulless Amma in the physical form after that are powerless. So that's what we are doing now. That's the way we are going to do the global arrest. First, destroy the energetic forms, and then after that, physical forms are easy to be arrested because they don't have a power. So my beautiful friends, that's what was going on all over the world with those protests and with those Souless Amma. So all of them are criminals put in the place of the power, so that they were putting the laws, rules, regulations for the people, but they were hiding themselves. Actually, they were keeping themselves above the power. So that's how I was talking about that, about the pyramids. You all know the pyramids and the eye with one eye. I was talking about that in my language, but I'm gonna talk in English too, because it's time for the people to know, to understand what was going on. A lot of you that's searching for the truth that are on the net active, you know that the pyramids and at the top of the pyramids, it's separated from the rest of the pyramids, and they have one eye inside of it. So have you ever thought about it? Who was associated themselves with that eye? My beautiful friends, those Souless Amma infiltrate into the religion, into the government, into the police or military or systems, wherever they are, or into wherever they are, within and without. Those Souless Amma were associating themselves with the pyramid, the top of the pyramid, and the eye, one eye. And why one eye? Because they thought that they were enlightened, but they're not enlightened. They just know how to I'm going with the new, because we are destroying them and taking them the power and the knowledge. So now they knew how to manipulate with the energy. So now we're destroying them, breaking into pieces, so they don't have any more that knowledge. We're taking them all the energy and all the power with the spirit of thought by default to those Souless Amma, and returning the karmas, pain, suffering, and eternal hell in the name of man and aspect of life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So what are we doing, my beautiful friends, through the pyramids? You know the pyramids is a symbol. They use the pyramids, they associate. Have you seen the people? Usually you can recognize those Souless Amma, whether they are working, whether they're in the physical form, Souless Amma, or whether they're energetic forms, working through the physical forms that I even mind and I'll speak of life. So you know that the pyramids, the symbol of the pyramids, and then one eye. So that's the eye that represented the vision that they had the third eye open, which means they had the cameras, they had the communications, telepathic communications. So they were those from the church, from the governments, from all those that are so-called light workers, or those that are so-called divine mothers, so fathers, so spiritual gurus and teachers, so that we involved into the dark rituals. And I'm not saying everyone, because there are a lot of the man and spiritual light that are into the religion, into the governments, but not on the higher position, on the top position. But they are very, of course, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know. They were doing everything that we did from the heart and soul, but they didn't know that those souls above them were stealing the energy or trying to steal the energy. As I said, they cannot steal the energy, because if they did at some point of time, they are returning it right now, which means they couldn't steal it even if they did. Now they have to return it, and of course they will go straight into the hell, and of course be burned forever and ever for eternity into the hell forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, that's the meaning of the pyramid, and that's the reason why that part is separated from the rest of the pyramid. So they were placing the laws, rules, and regulations in the place for the people, but they were not following them. So now, in the name of mind and asking unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and asking unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We are, I'm commanding to answer on my call and on my command, Sophie and everything is mine and asking unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, with the spirit of thought by default, peacefully, to arrest all those Souless Amma'S in the physical form, actually first to destroy those Souless Amma'S and those in the physical and energetic form, wherever they are, that were misusing the power, that were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet, wherever they are, but the people were trusting them and people believe in them. And then, of course, we are the one that were paying them, and they are there because of the people, not because of their power. They're supposed to serve the people and of course and do the good things for humanity and a beautiful planet, for everything that's mine and ours, for everyone, actually for everyone that is on this planet, because they are into the power because of the people. People are not here because of them. They are there because of the people. So I'm demanding, commanding to man and ask me light, to Sophie and everything's man and ask me light, to arrest them. All of those Souless Amma'S in the physical and energetic form, wherever time, whatever form, they're infiltrated into the governments, into the religious, into the wherever they're in all those systems in the power that we're misusing. And of course, we destroy all those Souless Amma'S, return them the karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal destructions and eternal hell. In the name of man and ask me light with the spirit of thought by default. Those are the within and without on a global and universal level. And all those souls Amma'S from the heaven, from the universe, that we're interfering into our lives, into a country, and of course into when I say into a beautiful planet, of course we and into the humanity in a negative way, working directly energetically or through their soul as some in the physical form. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything's mind and ask you light to the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, to put the end on all those Souless Amma'S, the interference into our planet, into our lives, and into humanity with the spirit of thought by default. So we shut down all those portals with the spirit of thought by default, all those Souless Amma'S that are trying to interfere into our lives, demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought to put them into the, to break them into the atoms and electrons into the air. So I'm saying, it flush comes Souless Amma'S into the air, destroy them, break them, like the fire. Fireworks, like the for the new year fireworks, like that, to destroy them, burn them into the hell forever, but destroy them, break them into the atoms and electrons and take them straight into the hell. To open the portals, through the portals, and take them straight into hell, to be burned forever and ever in the name of man and ask me to light to the spirit of thought by default. They know what that means. They know that that's the Christ, that's the pain and suffering that they will have to feel while breaking them into the atoms and electrons in the air, like the firework. They will have to feel the pain of all living beings that ever have been created on this planet and throughout entire existence, and of course not just during the destructions, but forever, for eternity. In the name of mine and spiritual of life with the spirit of thought, all through to meet them all in one, activating them, the karma, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell to all those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And of course, we are destroying them without mercy with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, it's time to clear up the governments and the religious, of course, of the systems, because we were doing that on a beautiful planet. But what was happening when we did the clearing on a beautiful planet? We would destroy those Souless Amma'S that are in energetic form. But those Souless Amma'S from the heaven were sending another energy and replacing that. So all the time we were clearing up the physical forms on a beautiful planet. They were sending the energy. So now the dark, dirty work is over. The dark, dirty game is over. The times is up. Now it's our time. Our time has come out and has come now, and it's time for us to destroy those Souless Amma'S forever and ever, whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the name of mine and our spiritual shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default, wherever they are, from within and without, in the name of mine and our spiritual shall have a light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, you know that I've been doing that. I've been working day and night 24. I've told you since 2007. So of course, apart from that, I was just doing the for hours and hours of blessings. First the prayers and the commands and the blessings for hours, clearing up completely in detail all the systems and the governments and religious and the religious objects and the places and all the of course everything that is connected to that. And after that, of course, I did with the when we did that with the software clearing, whether it was the time that we destroyed those Souless Amma'S, when we're clearing up entire planet and humanity, of course, we went and to clean up all those governments as well throughout entire planet. We went to those main ones. So after that, of course, because I was didn't need to go through that, after that we went to destroy those Souless Amma'S, the priority, because when we destroy those from the heaven, those on the earth are already falling down by default because they don't have the power. So those Souless Amma'S from the heaven that were interfering to a beautiful planet, now we are shutting them down, destroying them completely forever and ever. In the name of man and aspect of our light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. What's happened, my beautiful friends? We were clearing up. I was just asking what's going on for a long time. We were clearing up. We completely destroyed those Souless Amma'S, clear up our forms, and the Souless Amma'S were still trying to manipulate with energy, creating the problems. So I was just asking what's going on. So they said that someone was giving the information that those Souless Amma'S were from the heaven sending the energy. So now it's time to shut down all those portals that we're using to interfere into our planet, destroy those Souless Amma'S forever and ever. Sophie, everything is under the command, the control of Sophie. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. And Sophie knows what to do. In the name of man and our spirit, shall have light for the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie. And everything this man and our spirit shall have light for the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and command without mercy, to destroy those Souless Amma'S in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, now is the time, because we were doing that clearing, returning the karmas, the pain, and suffering over and over and over and again. But when I started on the project, they said to me that I didn't need to go through the same situation, that I didn't need to act again, over and over, because it's enough once to go and to go through that, and that I didn't need to do it again. But I've done it many times because those Souless Amma'S were playing the dark, dirty games. And of course, they were hiding the information from me. They wanted me to destroy those Souless Amma'S, to win of course the war, the calling it. But of course they wanted me to destroy those Souless Amma'S. There is no war if there is only destructions of those Souless Amma'S. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. So my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma'S wanted me to destroy those Souless Amma'S without giving me all the information. So they wanted me to know everything and to destroy those Souless Amma'S, and they were holding the information. They were not giving me the information, even though if they did, they had to give me some information. If they did, after some time, actually they would give me the information, and after that they would try just make it like, well, that's not true, telling me lies and manipulations in order to to make me to not to believe in that. But of course, Sophie, my soul, will always give me information from within, from internal knowledge. So I always knew internally what's right, what's not, what's need to be done, and what is the right things to do, and of course, and each time and place. So even though the Souless Amma'S, we're hiding the information, and we're trying to manipulate with the energy, trying to manipulate with physical forms and everything. They were trying to manipulate with the steel or energy and manipulate with energy. Of course, I knew everything, and of course, I always was many steps forward, of course, in front of the Souless Amma'S. So the Souless Amma'S, now that we're playing the dark, dirty games, so the time is up, the game is over. Now it's time for us to bring them down to justice and destroy them forever and ever. Wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of man, and I speak shall light to the spirit of thought by default. And everyone have to answer on my call. Everyone and everything, all the energy has to answer on my call by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, my beautiful friends, which means we were doing the work, healing work and enlightening and humanity on a beautiful planet for a long time, as you know. But now it's time to see that in the physical form, to manifest that into the physical form, so that we have the freedom that we have, and that we are taking our power back, and that we have freedom on this planet, and of course freedom and peace within and without on this planet and throughout entire existence on a global universal level. In the name of mine, and I'll speak of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, it's time to do the change. You know, there is a saying, be the change that you want to see in the world. We are changed already, as long as you are aware of the things that's going on, as long as you are aware of your power within you. Of course, we are making the change within and without. So we're changing. I've told you, we are changing our body from within and without. We are completely removing those Souless Amma'S systems. We are removing the energy of those Souless Amma'S, the cords, and destroying them completely. And we are replacing the systems in our body. Systems. So now, from all the internal organs and all the parts of the body, we're replacing them and placing in new systems from mind and our spiritual light that are serving us. So the systems that supporting us and helping us, and then of course through that systems that are from mind and our spiritual light, we are creating ourselves and we're creating eternal life in the physical form, and we are rejuvenating our body, and of course rejuvenating and healing and enlightening our body while destroying those Souless Amma'S in every form. In the name of mine, and I'll speak clear light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, it's time for us to shine all the way through, and it's time for us to take the power from those Souless Amma'S in all, wherever they were infiltrated into the governments and all the systems wherever they are. Now it's time for us to stand up, and of course to take the power back and to create a peace and eternal life and abundance and prosperity for all, while giving the Souless Amma'S abundance and prosperity in the karma, pain, and suffering, eternal destructions, and eternal hell. In the name of mine, and I'll speak pure unconditional light, without mercy, with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. We're destroying those Souless Amma'S with the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, now let's do a little bit energetic work. So now let us do the enlightening. Actually, let's do this. And while we are destroying the Souless Amma'S, we're doing it on my language. So now let's do it in English. So let's, even though if we don't have many people right now, there will be the people will be joining us, all those that are ready. So let us, my beautiful friends, now do the distractions, energetically distractions of those Souless Amma'S. How are we doing in my language? What are we doing? We fire up with mine and Aspie and Klishal light planets, planets of the, like the fireworks into the heaven throughout the entire planet. And in that case, we're destroying those Souless Amma'S with the speed of thought by default. Or what I'm doing with doing the other things as well. We used to do many different kind of work and tools. We use different tools to destroy those Souless Amma'S. Now we're using two, actually more of them, but now let us do this in this way. Let us just focus first on yourself. Focus on yourself and your body. And listen to your body. And you need to know that you have all the power within yourself. We're activating, as I'm talking to you, as I was talking all the time to you, I was activating the power within you, within everyone and everything that is mine and aspect of light for the speed of thought by default. Because you are holding the light. So we are working together. We are united together on the spiritual and energetic form and in the name of Sophie. And of course, we are creating the unity in the physical form. So now, let us now fill ourselves with the energies of mind and aspect of light with the golden light or heart center. Fill it up with the mind and aspect of light. Expand it and fill entire body from within and without. We have 4 centers. One is at the bottom of the feet, the heart center, which is all this part from here up to the beginning of the legs. Actually, we have more centers, but I just made it 4. Actually, I just put it into 4. So we have here 3 more centers. 1, 2, 3 more centers, that's 4. But I put all of these 4 centers in one center, making it heart center. It just is easier to focus. So let's fill entire body from within and without with mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. And let us fill entire body and around us. In the place where you are, we are creating a huge light ball, golden light ball of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought. That's destructive energy for those Souless Amma'S, and of course, it's a blessing for ourselves. And then, of course, expand it and let us fill entire area, entire city, entire country, entire planet, and entire universe. We'll fill entire universe with mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, even though those Souless Amma'S we're hiding the information from us. But my beautiful friends, all the information that we need, the truth is within us. They cannot hide it anymore. Because all the power and the truth and wisdom and everything is within us. That's where I found it. So now it's time for all of you to find it within you so that we can use it and, of course, create a better future for all of us while destroying those Souless Amma'S in every form, from within and without, on a global universal level. In the name of mind and aspect of life, for the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let's just hold that vision that you are shining brightly from within and without an entire planet, an entire universe. If you need to focus on the color me, or around me. Focus on that golden color. And just project it within and without. It's easier. Just project it now into heaven and entire around you. So see that everything is shining brightly. Everything's filled with mind and aspect of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now, what we are doing, let us now imagine that you see the golden match flying throughout the entire planet, entire universe is filled with the golden match. You know, like the just flashing. When you do the flashing with the eyes and how you see the energy, that's how you're going to see the golden energy flying throughout the entire planet and entire universe, filling up entire planet, entire universe with the golden light. Just do that vision. You need to know that we are doing that internal with eternal knowledge, with the intention, and of course with the focus. So you cannot get it wrong. If you just need to, you just see the golden light. That's enough. But mind and aspect of light knows what to do. Just see. Now let us send the instead now the match. I'm saying with the flashing. That's as flash comes Souless Amma'S, with showing the Souless Amma'S with the light. So now let us as well see the light planet, golden light planet. So now see them throughout the entire planet until like the firework during the the new year when we have the firework outside in the into the cities and everywhere. What they're creating the firework during the new year. Actually, those public holidays. So now that fireworks, how that looks like. So now imagine that we are sending from ourselves and from everywhere, humanity and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, and all the and of course the earth, and then the water element and the air and our sun and the moon, and of course the centers and systems and teams and everything, and all the planets, stars and the galaxies of the mind and aspect of light. So imagine that we all sending the huge golden light ball of energy, and that is spreading like the fire and destroying those Souless Amma'S, all those Souless Amma'S centers of the power. So we're doing that into the heaven, but we're destroying them, those Souless Amma'S centers, in the physical and energetic form, whether they're on the earth or inside or anywhere throughout the entire planet, throughout the entire existence. Just see like the fireworks and filling up entire planet with the golden light and entire universe. It doesn't matter how you see it. You may see a huge golden light. And of course, and then after that, you may see from thence coming out even more golden light planet. So, and then after you see you just filling up entire planet and entire universe. That's all you need to do. We are generating the energy, and mind and aspect of light is going to use that energy to destroy those Souless Amma'S. Now let us now see that the entire planet and entire universe is shining brightly with the golden light of mind and aspect shallow light for the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, you keep that vision, and then you may use enlighten. So now I'm going to go to do the enlightening on the entire planet. So whenever I see we are enlightening, you may keep the vision of entire planet and entire universe be enlightened, or you know that energy is completely now it's active all the time, 24. So you may do that, keep the the vision of entire planet and universe be enlightened with the filled with the golden light, or you may go with me when I sing in the name of mine and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default. We are enlightening humanity, which means you may see humanity shining, see on the ground, on the earth, humanity, and at the same time in the heaven, wherever we have the human race, that is mind and aspect of light to the spirit of thought, we are enlightening each and every one of us. See the humanity shining brightly. So now, my beautiful friends, see the golden light is shining. Humanity shining. So through far and wide, the spreading love and light. So we are filling up entire planet, entire universe. Now, my beautiful friends, I'm enlightening. We're enlightening now. Oh, beautiful planet. Let us see the planet inside the earth. Fill the planet with the golden light. And let us send the love and light of blessings from our heart and soul to the center of the earth, inside the earth. See the center is shining brightly, expanding, and together with all of us, we are filling up the earth, inside the earth, filling up the earth with mind and aspect of light. And then we're filling up the entire water element with mind and aspect of light. And now expanding that love of light, you need to know that everything that is mind and aspect of light, in whatever form everything is active in the human or humanity or planet and water element, air element, and in every form, everything is mind and aspect of light is active and adding up to the light. So now we're together filling up entire planet from within and without in the water element and the top of the earth and the nature kingdom, every tree, every plant, every grass, and of course, entire nature kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom. We're filling up the air element with mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, an entire planet, an entire universe. You're filling up entire universe with mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Let us now send the love of light of blessings to the moon. See the moon from our heart and soul. See the moon shining brightly and expanding now, and together with all of us, We are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and us, be unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm sorry. Now, in the name of mind and our spiritual shell of light for the spirit of thought by default, let us send all our light and blessings to the sun. See the sun is shining brightly and expanding. And together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and our spiritual shell of light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now enlighten. We're enlightening entire planet, humanity, water element, air element. Now let us enlighten all the countries. We're enlightening. Let me enlighten first all the countries. Enlighten the governments first in every country. So you keep the vision of enlightening, of the golden light throughout the entire planet. You focus on the light while I'm going through the in details enlightening of the governments. We're enlightening all the governments throughout the entire planet, throughout the entire universe. When I'm saying enlightening means we're destroying those soulless Amma'S from the power, bringing them down to justice, destroying them forever and ever. In the name of mind and us, spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default in every form, physical and energetic, and encoding infinite, and replacing them with mind and us, spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default and encoding infinite. In physical and spiritual, of course, energetic form. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now we're enlightening all the systems that we have. We're enlightening was the police and the military, which means we are removing those Souless Amma'S from the police and military, destroying them forever and ever, and of course protecting and enlightening those that the mind and our spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. I am loud and clear. That's what we are doing when I'm saying enlightening. So now let us enlighten all the our health and care system, pharmacy. We're enlightening educational system. We're enlightening the law enforcement. Completely law, that system of law enforcement. We're enlightening now financial system. We're opening up new opportunities now for the GSR and the QFS to be made available, public, to be made available to humanity and to humanity and everyone on us that the mind and our spiritual life with spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now let us enlighten. Let us enlighten now. I said educational system, health and care system, and all other systems, the media, and the social and the net, entire net, social media, and all other systems in place. Let us enlighten all air element and everything that we eat, drink, see, and hear, and all those projections of those Souless Amma'S. So when I say enlightening, which means we are destroying all those soulless Amma and the energy that those soulless Amma projecting, whatever try to project towards each and every us and everything is mind and aspect of light, and destroying them, and of course replacing them with mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us enlighten the religious, all the religious, which means we're destroying all those souls somehow infiltrated into the religious. In the name of mind and aspect of light to the spirit of thought by default, while protecting, saving, and enlightening all those that are mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We are enlightening. Now enlightening all the corporations and all the technology and the material things, all the finances. We enlighten the money. When I'm saying enlightening the money, which means and the dark energy has been created around the money, we're destroying and returning to those soulless Amma in the form of karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, replacing with energies of mind and aspect of light, it's abundance and prosperity. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Now, let us enlighten all those organizations, all those soulless Amma that we're creating them, and all those criminal organizations like Red Cross, UN, EU, United Nations, NATO, all of those are criminal organizations. So we're destroying all those soulless Amma infiltrated in all those criminal organizations in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. What we are, and everything is done without mercy in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought, that commanding to Sophie and everything is mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, we're replacing the dark energy and the dark ones and the soulless Amma with energies of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are freezing all the project, all the corporations, and then now taking over all the abundance and prosperity, all the projects and everything we're taking over. And those soulless Amma we're returning them the karma, pain, and suffering, and sending them straight into the hell for eternal destruction and eternal pain and suffering, to burn into the hell forever and ever. All those soulless Amma, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So now let us enlighten all unnatural resources, the earth and underground, enlighten entire underground, fill it entire underground, inside the earth, all the cities and the tunnels and everything that there is inside the earth, we enlighten the entire underground. And of course, we enlighten the top of the earth, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, and the air element, the water element. And we enlighten everything that we created and that those souls Amma created. And that, which means everything that's less than mind and aspect of light, we're destroying it right now. And sending all those souls Amma straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. While we are enlightening each and every one of us and everything in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us enlighten the sun and the moon. And in the name of mind and aspect of light to the spirit of thought by default, we are enlightening entire universe, entire planet and entire universe, and everything that is mind and aspect of light throughout entire existence. In the name of mind and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, you just keep that vision of enlightening of the golden light within and without on a global and universal level. Well, I'm going to multiply the energy, multiply the pain and suffering to those Souless Amma'S. Well, to us, blessings. In the name of mind and our spiritual level light with the speed of thought by default. I'm multiplying by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. Unto all those Souless Amma'S, eternal destructions, pain, and suffering, and the karmas, and ultimate all in one soup. And forever and ever to burn into the hell all those Souless Amma'S with the speed of thought by default. Well, I'm activating and multiplying and the blessings, all ultimate all in one, the blessings, and eternal life, eternal abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss. And to all of us, the unity and enlightenment with the spirit of thought by default. And we destroy all those Souless Amma'S that projecting the thoughts and words, and that ever projected any kind of thoughts, words, and emotions, and anything, visions, and in any way. We're returning those karmas and pain and suffering to them and destroy them forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default, and multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering over and over again in the name of mind and aspect of light to the spirit of thought by default, by everything that multiplying all those Souless Amma'S in whatever form they are, in the name of mind and aspect of light, by the laws, rules, and regulations with the spirit of thought by default, and by their dark, dirty games and their script and everything that they've projected towards each and everyone and everything, and by all the systems and the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, all the codes, and that written, spoken, or coded, or by every atom, electron that ever existing, all the codes that ever existing, by everything, and that we created everything this mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are multiplying all of that over and over again by everything that multiplying our nature kingdom, or beautiful planet, and the nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, water element, and the air element, and the sun and the moon, and a beautiful planet, and all the planet stars and the galaxies. Of course, humanity is extra multiplying. We are multiplying with extra ultra ultimatum all in one. Super karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma'S in the name of mind and aspiration of light with the spirit of thought by default. Without mercy, we destroying those Souless Amma'S with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, we are multiplying the blessings, abundance, and prosperity, and unity, and joy, peace, bliss, and freedom, and unity between us and everyone and everything that is mine and us, of our light, between us and our soulmates, and among each and every one else and everything that is mine and us, of our light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And everything is under the laws, rules, regulations. So by default, everything is done by the laws, rules, regulations, and everything is under the command and control, Sophie. And everything is by default. And everything is multiplied over and over and over again, as many times as is needed by Sophie, in the name of mine and aspect of light with the spirit of thought. In encode, in infinite. I'm loud and clear. Without mercy, I'm commanding to soften everything's mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought, to answer on my call, my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. How do you feel now, my beautiful friends? Well, I'm sending the energy through my thoughts and words, and of course, and every word that I say is a code, and it's multiplying all the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma'S, and of course, blessings to us. So, how do you feel now? Listen to your body. I'm going to do the healing for us now. In the name of mind, just focus on your body. In the name of mind, and now speak Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm putting this circle of light. All those soulless Amma that ever interfere into our lives, interfere, that will ever try to interfere in whatever form they are, within and without, on a global universal level, and take them straight into the light planet with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, without mercy. With the spirit of thought, we destroy those soulless Amma. In the name of mind, and now speak Krishna level light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, if you don't have a light planet, you just create one golden light planet in front of you, huge golden light planet, and you use that planet to destroy all those soulless Amma, all the negativity, everything, all the problems that you ever had or have. You just throw them into that light planet. That's destructive energy for those soulless Amma. Well, it's a blessings for each and every one of us, and everything that is mine and us, be Krishna of light. So now, in the name of mind and now speak Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default, we are rejuvenating ourselves, our bodies, filling up with mind and now speak Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default, healing and protecting and enlightening. In the name of mind and now speak Krishna light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, and we're putting in the circle of light all those soulless Amma that ever interfere into a planet, into our lives, into a planet, and everything that we have on this planet, in our planet and water element, air element, and all the nature kingdom, and the governments and the planet, and the governments and the systems and the religious and everything that we have, systems that we created, and everything that we have on this planet, air element, and of course everything that we created, and the sun, into the moon, and into our entire universe. We put in the circle of light all those soulless Sama with the spirit of thought, and take them straight into the light planet with the spirit of thought, without mercy, by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So how do you feel now, my beautiful friends? And we replace all of that with mind and ask me Krishna level light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Just see entire planet and entire universe. See first yourself shining brightly from within and without with the golden light. From mind and ask me Krishna level light, and spread it around. Fill entire planet and entire universe with mind and ask me Krishna level light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And just keep the now focused on yourself, on your body, and just listen to your body. Listen to your body, my beautiful friend. So now keep focused on your body and just listen what's going on within you. I'm going to sing the healing mantra. Everything is by default, by default, by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless Amma, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, Whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional, love of light, love of light, love of light. In the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and us. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, in the name of mine and us. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and us. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is STRAIT. 24 HEARTH by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirun input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. So everything is STRAIT. 24 HEARTH by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden by default. Mirni inputem aktia by default. This is in my language, adding up the energy from my language too. So making the mantra healing even more, healing mantra even more powerful. So my beautiful friends, how do you feel now? And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And it's time for all of us, my beautiful friends, to shine all the way through. When I'm saying to, that's the symbol of freedom, of all freedom, of course, and peace, eternal peace and freedom. And it's a code, it's a destructive energy for those Souless Amma'S, and of course, it's a protecting energy and healing energy for ourselves. And the karma, returning the karma, pain and suffering to those Souless Amma'S, while blessing ourselves. So use it, my beautiful friends, anytime you like, or in any situations you like. You just say, to. Everything is by default. Everything is mirni inputem aktia by default. Everything is peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is STRAIT, peaceful in action, Mírni putem. 24/3. Mírni putem. Aktia by default. That is so, my beautiful friends. Thank you to all of you and for adding up to the light and for being with me and helping in creating a better future for all of us and enlightening humanity on a beautiful planet. And of course, everything that's mine and aspect shall of light with the spirit of thought by default. I love you all and thank you, my beautiful friends. You need to know that everything is by default. Wherever you go, whatever you do it with your internal knowledge and of course intention, and then of course the focus. And you need to know that you always will be at the right place at the right time, on the right place at the right time. And you need to know that you have the power within you. Trust yourself, believe within yourself, believe within mind and aspect of light that is within your heart and soul, and let that energy lead you wherever you go, whatever you do in your life. And of course, we are opening up new opportunities for all of us. In the name of mind and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default, to shine all the way through and to be who we are. Mind and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default, and to love freely everything and everyone and everything. From my heart and soul, from our heart and soul, to love each and everyone and everything freely with the spirit of thought by default. That is, everything's mine and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, to destroy without mercy all those soulless Amma'S in whatever form they are, wherever they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, trust yourself, believe within yourself, and of course, take your power back. Know your rights, and of course, stand up for your rights peacefully, always peacefully, kindly, nicely, from a heart and soul. We are destroying those Souless Amma'S with the spirit of thought by default. Well, of course, we are lightening ourselves in the name of mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, I'm smiling. Why I'm smiling, my beautiful friends? Because those Souless Amma'S wanted to misuse my goodness. So they were trying to misuse my goodness and the energy of my goodness and of my kindness and love. But of course, that's destructive energy for those Souless Amma'S. So what they're going to get, what they got, and what they're going to get, it's a karmas, pain, and suffering and distractions forever and ever, for eternity, to all those Souless Amma'S. For all those Souless Amma'S, in the name of mind and aspect shall of a light, for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, of course, we are shining all the way through, shining brightly wherever we are, in whatever form we are. Shining from mind and aspect shall of light, in the name of mind, from the heart and soul, in the name of mind and aspect shall of light, for the spirit of thought by default. So thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I love you all. I'm sending much love and blessings to all of you. Good night, and talk to you next. I'm going to talk to you next time, my beautiful friends. Shine all the way through, and remember that everything is by default. Bye.